We were brainstorming about our obsession with Metamorphosis and kind of rebirth as a kind of backlash against all the sort of depressive news that you get every day, that the world's coming to an end and we're all dying of global warming. It seemed like that's what society has been like. Everyone's like, oh, it's crap, you know, I can't see any light in the future, and I actually see it very different. We kind of had this idea of the different projects that we were all trying to get going as being much more positive news in the world. So we wanted to bring all of those ideas together into a film that represented all of that, the kind of ideas of practical solutions creating change, but then to kind of present them in a really dreamlike way, to express it really beautifully.
I'm pretty sure for me, where I first got inspired to create lighting and projections was seeing Midnight Cowboy. That sort of, you know, the infamous party scene, as well as thinking, wow, I just love to be at that party. The second thing that sort of came to mind was the projections. You can see glimpses of Joshua LIGHTSHOW team working the projectors. And you know, that really inspired me, and I could see immediately that what those guys were creating on the screens with the OHPs and movie projectors was something to do with mind and what one thinks and experiences, rather than, you know, disco lighting.
Hello, my name's Barry Lewis. I started as a scientist and I kind of changed into a photographer much later on. For 30 years I've been a stills photographer, and I worked for magazines like Life magazine and National Geographic. But for the last few years I've moved a lot more into film, and I started kind of filming microscopic creatures. I suddenly realized that you start looking into this kind of thimbleful of water and you're seeing a kind of a whole universe that's going on in parallel to your own. It's something that's there all the time, but we're not aware of it. The invisible world, you know, the stuff that's invisible to the naked eye, has been nurtured as much through films as through the reality. You know, the incredible shrinking man. When I was a kid, you know, amazing, the idea of being injected into a bloodstream and having this world within a world. And I think it was actually getting a chance to see it myself. I think anyone who's looked through a microscope, a really good one, and actually sees this parallel universe, you know, we see a fraction of what's going on because most things are too small. We can only see on our level.